Reading is the first step to being a billionaire? Let's find out. If we ask the most successful people in the world what their secret is, a huge percent of them will surely mention reading. But billionaires and founders don't just get through a lot of books. Many of them also have specific tricks and practices to remember more of what they read and leverage that knowledge to improve their lives. For today's video, we've brought you guys tips to get the most out of what you would read by the world's youngest self-made billionaire, Patrick Collision. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Both Bill Gates and Elon Musk have suggested working your way from big picture ideas down to the details of a field by beginning with broad overviews and then digging into more niche titles. Furthermore, Mark Zuckerberg and Barack Obama recommend making time for fiction. Science is on their side. Tim Ferriss has an elaborate system for interpreting the books he reads, while author and economist Tyler Cowen recommends reading in clusters and giving up on any book that doesn't grab your attention. And now we have another billionaire who's a super reader. He shared a series of captivating tips to get most out of your reading. On the Knowledge Project podcast, Stripe co-founder Patrick Collision digs into the deep specifics of his reading habits and has offered 3 ideas worth trying. And number 1, read what your heroes read. A substantial part of the interview revolves around how Collision chooses what to read next. Some of his advice is familiar. Like Cowan, he's big on abandoning so-so books, but one idea caught our eye, which is why we decided to put it in the video. It's less discussed and very useful. Don't only read books written by the people you most admire, also read the books that helped form them. The other thing worth pointing out is the line from Basho, the Japanese poet. Collision says, "You shouldn't follow the people you most admire, but you should follow what they most admire." I try to do that. Basically, when he's looking for ideas about what to read next, he looks toward the people he feels are doing amazing work or creating the most interesting ideas and asks what did they read to become who they are. The resulting books are often obscure, he says, but off-the-beaten-path ideas are often the most exceptional and valuable. So this is definitely something to consider when looking for new books to read. And number 2, surround yourself with physical books. Read books are far less valuable than unread ones. Author and statistician Nassim Nicholas Taleb has written, he recommends your library should contain as much of what you do not know as your financial means, mortgage rates, and the currently tight real estate market allows you to put there. It seems useless to have physical books now in this digital age. What's even the point of hoarding dead tree books in the area of ebooks? Taleb argues that having physical books around you reminds you of all the things you don't know and could learn. It keeps you modest and hungry for knowledge. It seems that Collision mostly agrees. He confesses on the podcast that he probably starts only half of the books he buys, and that his home, including his bed and kitchen, is speckled with unread books. Interior designers and significant others might complain about the mess, but Collision says there's often unread books, and they're a reminder of all the interesting titles out there to explore. He gets an idea of what to read next with an article, a conversation, or even a stub toe reminds him of a book in his pile. Part of the reason that I still really value physical books is that for now at least, we still exist in a physical space, and it creates some kind of ideal space for you that makes productive collisions more likely to happen, Collision explained. And number 3, write reviews for friends. Collision proposes advice not just on how to choose what books to start, but also on what to do when you finish a truly great one. Seldom, he says, when he's read something outstanding, he writes a quick review for his friends and sends it over via email or Google Doc. Sometimes he just sends scraps of the text and a recommendation. However, this isn't just kindness, it's a tool for processing and remembering what you read. The act of summarization aids a kind of synthesis and better recollection, Collision claims. As a final benefit, your note is likely to provoke further reading suggestions from people you admire and who you know well. It's a triple win. Well guys, this wraps up our video for today. What did you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. Would you accept any of his recommendations? Did you enjoy his advice? Let us know. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Nano 10s.